on another Ask AJ. Phil's just giving us a little wardrobe update. Why is that so bright?
Just turn the light up. Good afternoon. It was sunny this morning.
It was lovely.
Yeah, but a bit cold actually. Because over the weekend it was lovely. I was playing football in the garden in shorts and t-shirts with Noah.
You were in the lake.
I was in the lake. If you haven't heard that story yet, I will quickly tell you. So Sam said to me a couple of weeks ago, should we go swimming in the lake? And I said, wetsuits? Yeah, of course. So I said, okay, I'll need to order a wetsuit. So I ordered a wetsuit. She took it in her car to make sure I actually turned up. And so fast forward to Sunday, where we thought we'll go in the lake, we get there, I'm stood there in my swimming shorts, ready to go. Sam's emptying bottles of talcum powder to try and fit into a wetsuit. I said, can you pass me a wetsuit?
Where's my wetsuit?
Where is it?
Oh, it's in my house.
So I had to go in with no wetsuit, and my skin was like a hedgehog's.
Tell us more about you going into the lake, being so brave. I was literally covered up, apart from a slight effect. Maybe balaclava is what I needed next. But Joanna Ireland, she's brave, that girl, isn't she? And we found out another bit of trivia yesterday, do you remember?
What about?
About.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure I'm having it.
Oh, it's a relay. Did you know that bit?
So, right, it's in and out. How many people?
6.
That's not as good then, is it?
So, my lovely neighbour, Tom Snoblet, who used to run, some of you remember Thomas and Claire from the, I can't remember what the hotel series was called now.
Well, yeah, was it a series?
It was a series, I think it was called The Hotel.
Like what the Damson and Dean was?
Yeah, but this was the first one.
Yeah.
At the Langdale Chase.
Right.
It must have been 25 years ago, it was a long time ago, sorry Thomas. And and also somebody that we know very well, the lovely Michelle Rothwell. Those two, together with a team of 4 other people, have got the world record for the world's longest swim. Not longest in miles, longest in time. And it's over 4 days. They did 4 days of lake swimming up and down Lake Windermere. And they did 12 laps altogether.
Did
as a
they?
team.
It's pretty good.
It's incredible, isn't it? 4 days. I don't know what the rules were and what the relay and everything was, but it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
We're not quite there, are we?
We went round the first buoy and back.
In fact, Joanna said to us, just go around that buoy. I went, what, that buoy right over there? So I had to swim around that buoy, and then you were trying to bring me
and then you get out and you can almost touch it from the shore. So close it is.
And she went, right, I'm just off around the lake. She's very brave. And she was in a swimsuit as well. We're not talking about swimsuits and lakes. Well, we are. But we're moving on. We're going to talk about
something that's actually come up more often recently than it has in the past.
Yeah, a lot recently. A lot of sellers would like to sell their homes, particularly at the high levels, so 3, 4, 5 million, without actually going to market. Now, that is of course their prerogative, but we want to just go through what the consequences of that can be. Because it can work, but there are bigger downsides or risks than upsides potentially.
So by going to market, we mean going on the open market, on the portals, Rightmove, on any internet, really.
Including our website.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a big pool of buyers out there, and there's been a little bit of talk on the Facebook chats recently about there's a lot of visitors around. That's true. We've seen it as well. It's about to open in a more full and open way. The Lake District. You don't live in the middle of Bowness. And those people that are around the lakes at the moment, some of them are buying houses. Some of them are buying houses off us. And we've got a lot of buyers at the moment that are looking for a particular kind of houses. And when you go to market, you get access to all those buyers in one go. So let's say there's 1,000 people looking, I have no idea how many, but let's say there's 1,000 people looking right now in the South Lakes for something over £500,000. Either it's a first home, second home, commercial, holiday let, whatever. And if you don't go to market and you rely on that agent getting out their VIP register, and we all have one, we have one as well, and then phoning every single one of those people in the VIP register, then you can get to a certain market value. But let's say you've got 50 people on your VIP register of buyers. Then you're not getting to the other 950 people. And you don't know if one of those other people in those 950 people that you might not know will actually pay higher than the person on the VIP register. So even though we as estate agents have very technical and scientific ways and logical ways of valuing homes, ultimately it's going to come down to an emotional decision from one buyer on one day saying, yes, I'll pay that. And that's what we don't know. So we can try and persuade one of the VIP buyers to pay over what we've valued the house at so it doesn't go to market. But how do we actually know that that's the value of the house?
It is a risk. It's a risk either way. On occasion, and we think a rare occasion, you can get more, you'll sell for more using the off-market strategy. But it is a rare occasion, and the chances are, the likelihood is you're going to get a higher offer to a much wider audience going on the market. So it's a playoff that only you can really make with our advice. But do you risk getting a potentially lower offer and staying private? And you may, as Sam said, it's your prerogative as to why you want to remain private. Or are you happy to go into the open market and getting more interest and probably getting a higher price?
I mean, it's your risk, it's your money, it's not our money, it's your money to make that decision with, but you do need guidance and help and mentoring from your estate agent potentially so that you can weigh up those risks. So we had a property go to market, it's probably 2 years ago now, and we valued it at about 850. Didn't we, do you know what I mean?
No.
The one with the couple that the lady's just been in touch recently, right top Windermere. Anyway, I'll just continue the story.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
I think so.
Do you remember what value it actually sold for in the end?
Oh no, on different houses.
Okay.
Whisper.
So, I forgot my name. Anyway, let's just talk about a hypothetical house that Phil doesn't know about. So let's say it goes to the market at 850. If we had tried to sell it at 850 to our VIP private buyers list, somebody might have been prepared to pay 850, maybe even 875, possibly even 900 for it not to go to market. Yes. How much did it go for in the end?
About 925.
Yeah. So it went for way in excess of what we valued it at, and we, in fairness, we actually thought the 850 was high. We probably thought it would maybe get 750 to 8. It was a different market to what it is now. So by putting it on the market, we tested our own hypothesis and also checked whether we could get more money for our sellers, which is our job. So if it had never gone to market, they would have had to take our word for it that 850 was actually the value and that they should really accept anything around that price. And this is the problem as well we have with the online DIY kind of estate agents, isn't it? So we don't really have them here, but let's say Purple Bricks, Yopa, those kind of ones. Depending on which one it is, their normal modus operandi, can I say that? Do you know what it means?
I do, know what I mean?
Good. The normal way of working is that when you want to put an offer in on a house, you put it in on their portal, and then that is either accepted or rejected by the seller. And again, you don't know whether that buyer would have paid more. Let's say it goes in at the asking price. How does the seller know that the asking price is right for that buyer and the buyer wouldn't pay more? So I think that what you're doing by not going to open market and not having a frank and open discussion and negotiation strategy is that you could be leaving so much money on the table, 10-15% of your home's value.
Yeah, we try and use price as something to attract people to come and see the house, and then from there it's our negotiation skill to get the highest price possible. The price is only there to get people through the door.
Yeah.
Majority of the time, it is a value that we expect to get as the final price, but it's important we don't go too high because you're not going to get people through, and therefore you can't have those conversations. But
it's a real balance.
But if we're selling off market, we can't really do that. The price doesn't work in the same way. We've got to actively go and try and sell it verbally. I mean, the ones we have at the moment, we don't even have pictures for.
Well, that's the thing I was going to say. So if you look at, say, Ballarat, everybody has probably seen that home now. Gorgeous, gorgeous house on the side of the lake. It was featured on the Deep Water programme. It's one of our favourite houses we've ever been in, isn't it? It's absolutely stunning. Yeah. We created a video for that, a lifestyle movie, that the buyer, because we've sold it, the buyer says was the thing that clinched it for her, because she absolutely loved the movie. Now, what if she hadn't seen the movie? We phoned up and we've gone, right, we've got this house to the side of the lake, it's really nice, you need to go and see it. That's not putting any value, is it, into the marketing of the house?
No, and we'd been open 3 years, 3.5 years when Ballet went live, and out of the 12 or 15, I can't remember exactly what it was, viewings we had over those 2 or 3 weeks, we probably knew one of them. And it's not even that they've been viewing houses around the lakes, they were just waiting for something particular to come up. And therefore, if we were doing it off market, we'd have had one person to go for who could have loved it and offered 3 million, but we'd have had no one to go up against.
Yeah, that's a really good point, isn't it? That actually, these VIP buyers, some of them are actually urgently looking, and they message Phil and I privately, and we have WhatsApp conversations and stuff. But the vast majority don't. The vast majority are just lurkers, in the nicest possible way. They're sitting in London or Edinburgh or expat or whatever. They're sitting there having a glass of wine, just browsing Rightmove. Now, they're never going to make themselves known to us, and they're certainly not going to register with 53 different estate agents around the Lake District.
No, they're registered with Rightmove.
They register with Rightmove, and so we never get to know about them. So therefore, if it doesn't go on Rightmove, they don't get the notification. So I think there's 3 really strong reasons there, really. One is it needs to go to open market to sanity check our valuation. 2, we need to be able to add the value to that home with our marketing. And 3, we might not know of that buyer, we might never reach that buyer because they won't know about the house and we won't know about them. So it's about, that buyer's invisible at the moment to us.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
So our recommendation usually would be to go to the open market.
Yeah.
We do have a few at the moment that aren't on the open market, and we'll do everything we can, to find a buyer. But it is
it's a much harder job.
Definitely.
Yeah. And we can understand why. We have some celebrity sellers. We have some people who are very private, wealthy individuals that want to stay, well away from any buyers, and they don't really want their pictures on the internet. Completely understand that. We have ways and means of getting, sort of teaser campaigns out there. It doesn't have to be full, this is the bedroom, this is the living room, etc. This is where the safe is. We don't have to do all that, but we do have to have some market exposure to make sure we're getting the right price. So if this is you, because actually we just had a phone call today, haven't we, from somebody who has been on the market for several months, bottom drawer, as the estate agents in the industry likes to call it, so not on Rightmove and not on the website, and they're now saying to us, well, we haven't sold with this agent, so we want to come to you. Well, that's not really fair, is it, on their current agent? Their current agent's been trying to sell it with both hands tied behind their backs. So
yeah, well, it depends on
fair.
Yeah, but we don't know the advice given.
Yeah, and some agents will go, yeah, we'll bottom draw it, but they don't actually mean it.
In the hope that
eventually it'll go to market. So we do try and give best advice, even though it's hard to hear sometimes. So if you're in that situation, if you are bottom drawed, or you want to pause with your agent, or you're not really sure what to do and how to do it, you're a private person, you don't want it on Rightmove, all those questions and concerns, we've heard them before, we have dealt with them before. We'll try and work out the best strategy for you, but still get the best price for you. Because we're miracle workers here at Ashdown Jones. I'm going home early tonight. I'm going to go for a little walk down to the lake.
Hope it rains.
Thanks. And I cannot wait for the pubs to open. I have got a whole day pub crawl planned, starting actually for breakfast at home ground and working my way back home because I live next door to the Angel.
17th of May.
I don't know if I can wait that long actually.
Home ground's not going to open April 12th unless you sit on the pavement.
Actually, they have said they're going to do takeaways, so I'll sit on the pavement. I'll take my own chair and table and a couple of friends.
I'm actually off that Monday, so you can't be. No rules. You need to put a holiday form in.
Let us know what you're looking forward to when the world opens again. Where are you going to go for your first meal? Lucy's on a plate. Joanna must have said that to me about 10 times in the last 2 weeks. I cannot wait to go back to Lucy's.
I'm going to get the best spot on the balcony at Boardwalk.
Yeah. Is that your thing?
Yeah.
Have you already decided on the menu what you're going to have?
No, but Molly just sent me the bill for Pedro's on Saturday.
Actually, I have to give a quick shout out to Boom Burgers. If you haven't had a Boom Burger, they are amazing. They are awesome. I don't even like burgers, I'm vegetarian, but I really like their burgers. Massive portion of chips, beet burger, really nice. And Paddy keeps getting the pulled pork and camembert in a burger.
Camembert?
Camembert. One doesn't
like
speak
that?
properly because that's how you say it. Camembert. Camembert. How's that? How's my French accent?
What cheese do you use to get the bear down the mountain?
I don't know what.
Camembert.
real joke. That's a real dad joke. We'll say goodbye to you. Let us know what you're looking forward to. Let us know where you're going to eat first.
On that note,
we better go. Bye.